This is a demo of the new tool I just made. It is called ShopPrentice. It is a skill for AI agent that enables an AI agent to create furniture models in Fusion 360. The way I make this skill is to build furnitures with it, a lot of them, and let it learn from each example project. So it will learn things like design principles, how to use Fusion like a human, what each type of furniture should look like, its joineries. It even have reusable template. A lot of them are Python code to generate things like dovetails, all kind of joineries, hardwares. In this demo, the AI agent I'm gonna use is a Claude Code from Anthropic. It has the skill installed and loaded, and I ask it to build me a Roubo workbench. I forgot to hit recording at the beginning, but what you're seeing here is just the plan it came up with, including the dimensions, the designs, and the sources, the website it looked up to come up with this design. Then I reviewed the plan, and if there's anything I wanted to change, I would just type it here. But in this case, I just said start building the workbench, then it started. By the way, there will be a lot of fast forward in this demo because the agent would take a few minutes to execute each task, and I wouldn't come back right after it complete. I'm not in front of a desk most of the time. I'm actually playing with my 6 months old, and that's okay. It's typically how you work with agent. You don't really need to actively waiting anything. It just happens asynchronously. It's gonna do its thing. After about 4 minutes, I can already see something on screen with thick slab, bulky legs, the size roughly a Roubo workbench. The leg joint is slightly off. It also applies the white oak finish and took pictures from multiple angles. And then they would just ask me to confirm. Since I really like those through dovetail joints in Roubo workbenches, I asked the agent to update the leg joint to something like that. So here I'm trying to explain to it what the joint should look like, which is not the easiest thing to describe in language. I could also just operate the fusion myself, modify the joint in one of the legs, and ask the agent to pick up what I have changed and apply to the rest of the legs. That's probably the faster approach. While both approaches are supported, in this demo, I'm gonna always ask the agent to do things for me instead of operating myself, just to show that you don't really need to be an expert of Fusion. You can still build complicated models with this AI agent. But the agent doesn't make mistakes like what's on the screen. It's kind of funny how it thinks the joints should look like this, right? And all you need to do is try different prompt, different ways to describe what the joint looks like, figure out what knowledge it doesn't know, maybe more details. So in this case, I iterated with it 3 times, and eventually it got me to exact shape I want. So now I'm taking a closer look of the model. You can see in the Fusion UI, things are grouped into components, right? If you look at the timeline, it is drawing sketches, then using extrusion, combination, all of these basic operations human would do. So this makes a end product understandable model, and that's how it would enable us to modify on top of it to make something more refined. After that, I asked it to make a few refinements and also added the leg vise. It took another research and another iteration for it to get the leg vise correct, and finally we reached the final state of the Roubo workbench in this demo. Now, I would call this a Roubo workbench model that works, but definitely not a perfectly refined one, which brings me to the goal of this tool. It's meant to assist you building the basics of the model and then allow you, the actual designer, to do the final touch up, the curvatures, more unique designs. So it's basically meant to save you time and do the basic work, just like a shop apprentice. So that's it. More details about how to use it, install it are all in the repo, and it is open source and free to use. I hope it would make it easier for you to build fusion models